Halima. Greetings, I am Sarah, Pleiadian Master, Pleiadian Guide, Pleiadian High Priestess. We as Pleiadians, we are very excited. Why are we excited? Because we have an evening filled with love and information for you. I am Sarah, Pleiadian Master, Pleiadian Guide, Pleiadian High Priestess. And we desire to be closer to mankind so that you become our friends and we become more of friends to you. So that when you ask for different issues to be solved upon your earth, we can guide you to solutions. Wouldn't you like to be that close? Wouldn't you like to have star beings as close friends? We are bringing transmissions to the earth so that more and more people can open to star beings of love, because we have all the solutions. We have all the answers for your planet. And we are waiting the time when you are ready to open to us. Will you allow us to guide you to greatness? Will you allow us to guide you to security upon your plane? We work together with light, with spirit. We work alongside angels. And we work alongside all divine beings who desire this for you. But it is also our privilege as star beings to help you, because we are much closer to you in your reality than what you believe to be. And the greater the light comes upon your plane, the greater that we can step into reality together with you, dancing along and helping you to create a beautiful world. This evening I would like to bring a prayer to you. From our hearts, from the Pleiadian realms of light to yours, so that you open up to the star beings of love, so that you open your minds to a higher reality of life, so that you gain more hope within your hearts and help you to understand that there are answers and that you can learn to live in peace together as mankind. Please be in your heart and feel this coming into your heart. As I bring this prayer to you, we're also transmitting a beautiful frequency to your heart, so that you walk in love more with yourself and with each other, so that you open your mind up to higher knowledge and higher understanding, so that you begin to learn higher ways of love. Let this be a praising and a blessing to mankind, because we praise you for being here and listening to Pleiadians of love. Greetings, I am Sarah, Pleiadian Master, Pleiadian Guide, Pleiadian High Priestess. Greetings. Akomoha Halima. Greetings, I am Halisarius, Pleiadian Chief Leader and Pleiadian Chief Commander. And we welcome you here to these spaces at this time. We celebrate this space together with you to help you understand how much we care about humanity and how much we desire to help you to move forward in your evolution and in your ways of living and in your heart. At this time, we wish to bring all the blessings from all the star beings of love who are here together with you and opening their prayers towards mankind for you to sing in the light together with many beings of love. They desire to also have a closer relationship with you at this time to help to show the way forward for mankind. For at this time we see mankind as in darkness, and we are shining the torches, and many people upon your earth are seeing the torches. And so each person that opens their heart to the light and to star beings, we give a torch of love to them, and we say to you, follow the light. For the light is where you are going, and the light gives you comfort and love, and we can dance eternity in the light spaces forevermore. We're very glad that you have joined us in these spaces. At this time, we are giving our blessings to you and to all people who desire to understand higher ways of life and who desire to understand peace in their hearts. We as Pleiadian beings of love understand peace in our hearts very much. We desire peace more than anything else in our life. So if you were to talk to a Pleiadian in the light and you ask that being, what is it most of all that you desire in life? That Pleiadian being would always say it is peace. Because of the peace that is within our hearts, we understand the harmony between our people, and when we have harmony, we can collectively come together and bring solutions to whatever it is that we desire to do. This is the peace that we are trying to teach you very much. We are trying to help you to understand that when you have peace in your hearts, this is when you can come together and have solutions together as people to bring higher love to your plane. But you cannot reach this higher state of consciousness if you cannot achieve peace in your heart. Peace is like the greatest divine, glorious blessing in the heart for those who find it. When you find peace, dear brothers and sisters, you find something that is so valuable within your heart. And this peace is very difficult to find for the human. For you are living in a society that is far from teaching you how to live in peace. And so us as Pleiadians, we desire to help you to gain that peace. And this is such an important part of your growth in your higher evolution. We as Pleiadians, we are not spirit guides. However, we work with Spirit. We work very hard with Spirit. We work in union with divine will to help to align everything that is not in line with light, to bring it into line with light. I am a member of the Galactic Federation of Light Society. And in our federation there are leaders who all desire the same thing as we do as Pleiadians in the light. And that is to bring unity and love into all the universes. There are many federations. There are federations and universes. There is not only one universe. There are many other universes. And all of the universes desire to bring everything into alignment so that when everything is in alignment, higher evolution in other universes and greater universes can begin to be created. So creation never stops evolving. It always creates. And there are universes in place. There are rules and regulations, as you would say. There are divine purposes in place for the purpose of growth and expansion, not only for that race, but for all races in all of existence. So we as the Federation of Light Society all agree upon a certain way to help mankind here upon your plane at this moment to come into alignment with higher cosmic flows of light. So at this time, you are in a significant time period. And that period is to align everything to higher will. So when we as Pleiadians are helping you here, we as Pleiadians are also working with higher races all together, and we work with you. So in the future, you will notice, and you will notice, that many more races will come to you and begin to channel their transmissions to you, because that will be your stage of evolution. So at this time, you are like our family of light. We already see you as family of light because we know this is where you are going, this is where you are heading, and we are also your family of light. So we embrace each person upon your plane who desires to live in the light. We ask you, are you family of light? Do you desire to be our family of light? For you live in a universe of freedom, dear brothers and sisters. You do not need or have to be family of light. You can choose not to be family of light. However, there are only two sides. There is not a middle zone. Yes, you can be in the middle, but you still need to make your decision, dear ones. There is either the family of darkness or the family of light. Which do you decide to be in? For there can only be one choice that will be made. Most people here upon your plane who desire to understand the light have been in the light for many lifetimes, though at times you chose to venture off into the darkness, but now you're coming back into the light. For mankind, it has always been an investigation of light versus dark and dark versus light. And now you're living in a time where you are seeing the greater light rise up. The great sun consciousness. This is what we call it as Pleiadians of light. The great sun consciousness. Why do we call it the great sun consciousness? Because your consciousness is rising in the spiritual sun. It is the day of the awakening. And a long time ago when we were with mankind and we saw you as brothers and sisters and we were with you as family of light, we promised that we would return when that great day would be here upon your plane. We cried with many tears, brothers and sisters. And as I'm saying these words, many of you will remember faintly within your memories those times. And you grieved for us, for the Pleiadians were no longer there with you. And at that time, there were incredibly difficult times to face. And you were courageous, but you always knew that the light would return upon your plane after the darkness had shone itself as dark. And then the light would return, and the light would bring truth to your earth and into your hearts. Kia ora, you've done well, family of light. You've been courageous in your lives. Do you realize this? Do you realize that when we tell you these stories, do you realize how much it affects the hearts of many who hear this because they remember, they resonate with it, they understand the love between humanity and Pleiadians at some stage in past history? Should it surprise you, many people upon your plane always pray to the star beings. If there is life out there, please show us the way. Show us proof that you are out there. Show us, land upon your plane. Many cry out. We say to you, is that not a proof, evidence, that there is a faint memory within you, that you know that there are star beings out there that truly care and have the answers to your needs and to your questions? For if there was no faint resonance or no faint memory, then why would you do this? It is only because you are remembering. Who makes you remember? Who makes you remember these higher codes? The stars help you remember. For each star carries a frequency that is so much light, and they are here to help you to open up to your higher DNA. And your higher DNA is so magnificent at this time because your physical DNA is remembering your higher coding and desires to come closer to your higher DNA systems. Yes, you have many layers. You're not only physical friends, you're also energy. And these energy layers are so magnificent in our eyes as light beings. Kia ora, we are light beings. We worship and serve the light, for the light is within our hearts, and we always dance in the light. Kia ora, we ask you again, are you family of light? Do you desire to understand light? Do you desire to join us and to celebrate your lives together with us? You may say, Halisarius, why are you then channeling? Why are there so many people channeling upon planet Earth at this time of Pleiadian transmissions? Why do you not come into the physical? We say this, dear friends. In the future, when you have decided to be family of light, and when you are truly working with the light, and many of you are working with the light, we will come back to you, to your plane, just like what we did many thousands of years ago when we promised. However, this is a time when the sun is rising. This is a time when the dawn of higher consciousness is here. So it is not our time yet to come to your plane physically. However, that time will come. But at that time, you have evolved much beyond now, because now you have to search within. And when we say have to, we say have to. Please, friends, It is time to feel within your hearts and to feel truth within your hearts and to hear our words and feel within your heart to feel whether it is truth or whether it is not truth. You hear many stories upon your earth. You hear so much. We ask you, do you believe in all these stories? Or do you say, I wonder what my heart feels? Because when we feel within our heart what is truth, it is so. This is all to do with finding peace in your heart. I go back to the peace in the heart. We as Pleiadian of love, we as beings, we desire peace more than anything. We desire to communicate in peace, and we always feel our truth within our heart. When something does not feel truthful, and when something does not feel of light, we back away, and we say those stories are not of light. This time on your planet, friends, there are many confusing stories, and at times the darkness looks like the light. Did you know that? Are you aware of this, our light family? Are you aware of this? We ask you, the dark likes to trick. It's always been like that. This has never changed. All throughout time, the darkness has always tried to trick the light. And at many times, it has. It has succeeded. But then the light always wins, because the light is always stronger than the darkness. When we were upon your plane, congregating together with you, we had large groups of us together with many members of the human family. And even though we taught you so much of the stars, and we taught you so much of your being and where you are from and how you came to be here upon your plane, even those who talked to us and those who understood us and those who studied with us as family of light, they listened to the dark. False promises. You see, darkness always holds from false promises. At times, they bring out such beautiful things that you may think are good. But inside of these things that look good are not good energies, and you must always feel what is light and what is dark. The light will always empower you and make you feel strong. The light always shares love with you. The light always heals you. The light always fills your heart with peace and love. Again, brothers and sisters, I go back to the heart. Become strong in the heart and fill the heart with peace and love. For this is where your evolution is. This is where your growth is in the heart. It's not in the stories, it's in the heart. When we are together, we grow in the heart together. It would be very wise for you to do this also. If you desired to grow in the heart, why not pick a partner once a week or twice a week, or perhaps ask for a Pleiadian healer of light to come to you, and then sit together with a Pleiadian being. And how you do this is just close your eyes and you talk to us like a friend. Even when you cannot hear us at that time, we can transmit many rays of love to your heart. When you sit with a friend, close your eyes and talk to each other telepathically and say to each other, I'd like to get to know your heart, for in your heart you speak truth, and in my heart you speak truth too. And let the hearts speak to each other. When you do this, friends, spiritual growth is immense. What people do upon your plane is contrary to this. They listen to the stories, they wonder, they question, but never go back to the heart. Again, the heart is where you find your greater peace and your answers, friends. The heart is where all evolution takes place. When you allow yourself to be in the heart, your greater growth takes place. This is why we encourage you to work together with a friend or a Pleiadian healer to help you to understand your heart. We're magical beings for you, dear friends. We're strong beings. We work with high light frequencies of love. When you call in Pleiadian beings, we are around you and we can give you the right information. We can give you the right transmissions to awaken you to the greatness and the love within you. Those of you who have read our books or are reading our books, channeled through Suzanna, we desire to teach you one thing through those books, and there are many, many teachings. And these teachings are to be with Pleiadians, for we desire to heal your heart. And when you understand these higher teachings, this is when you evolve into higher love frequencies. Your heart has many, many frequencies of love. And each time we give you a transmission, a star transmission, there are higher frequencies in your heart that awaken you to higher peace and higher consciousness and higher understanding. The spiritual heart, straight away, as soon as it begins to heal, affects your brain very much. Your brain and your spiritual heart are very, very connected. When the heart shut down a long, long time ago upon your plane because fear came in, your DNA struggled to go. It desired very much, after it was ruptured and interrupted and played with, it desired very much to grow back to its beauty. It struggled. And the more the fear came into the human, the more the DNA struggled until it surrendered to the fear and the anger placed within you. When the DNA struggled, many parts of your body system, your physical being, were shut off. Your brain became very numb to all of life. Please understand this. You were created so powerfully and so beautifully. When you were created with powers that you cannot understand at this time in your humanity timeline. This you cannot understand yet, but you will begin to rediscover it as time goes on, as you begin to awaken more to the star frequencies. This is what we're helping you with. But first you must remember, and remembering begins with hearing the stories and feeling it in your heart. When your heart understands, it begins to accept, and then you begin to surrender to the light, and all your DNA begins to work hard again. It's magnificent what light does. It's magnificent what star transmissions do to you. Always work in the light, for the light is a healer to you. Going back to the brain. When the DNA surrendered to its fear and the anger that was brought into your race, many parts of your brain began to slow down and shut down. It is as if a large part of your being was closed off. Hence, at this time, in your time frame, you are still finding out how magnificent the brain is. Many scientists are wondering, how can we open a brain? What is its potential of the brain? But that potential was shut down, very much so, when the fear and the anger came in. And the DNA struggled. It desired so much to heal again. The DNA in itself is magnificent. It has many compartments. DNA will always keep healing unless there's a program within it that comes within it and it interrupts this program. And this is what these beings of darkness did. They came into your DNA and they began to interrupt with the perfection of the program. DNA in all its perfection desired to heal again, but because of your fear and your anger that came inside of you, it surrendered to the fear and the anger, and hence your bodies became very, very ill. What's happening at this time is the star transmissions are awakening your DNA again, remembering it has that perfect program within it that they could never interrupt. It has a perfect program within it, and your physical DNA and DNA on higher energy levels, that when certain frequencies are on the earth and you awaken to it, your DNA begins to respond like it is already, and the body begins to open. And hence, one of the first organs to open up to these transmissions is the brain. And this is why many of you, many light workers who are working in the light, are finding their memories are becoming better, their learning is becoming greater, their higher gifts are opening, their higher understanding is opening, their higher ways of desiring love is opening. All has to do with your DNA. For those who do not desire the light, they stay numb. They stay in their pain and their fear and their anger, remembering what closed off the DNA and what stopped it to heal back into its perfection is the fear and the anger. So when you take fear and anger away and you gain peace in your heart, you begin to heal. You understand this, do you not? For those of you who desire to work in the light, you have magnificent, magnificent blessings ahead of you. For you are going to open up to higher gifts within you. For there are frequencies coming upon your earth in the very near future that are going to open up your higher brainwave activities. Again, we ask you, are you family of light, friends? Do you desire to work with star frequencies? Because this information is extremely important. For when you hear this information and you yearn for higher love within your heart, you will say, yes, Halisarius, I am a member of light. To be a member of light, one has to practice light every day. The more you practice the light, the more you see the light and you feel the light, the more your life begins to heal. Light workers are light carriers. In our Pleiadian realms, friends, we carry light. We are known as light carriers. We are known as light shiners. We shine the light before others as we are doing in front of you. We are shining our light to you and in front of you. We are giving you a torch of light and we are saying, go and see the light and follow it. We're way showers. We show the way to the light. We work with light. We are not light. We are an evolved race. We work with light. We can open your star bodies to higher light. We are going to work more so with your star bodies of light. If you desire it, if you say, yes, we would like to do this. The human race is in a very beautiful time at this moment. Time of major advancement. Just imagine, please, friends, just imagine. You are on a hill, and you're congregated together as mankind, as those who desire to work in the light. And on top of the hill, you see us in our spaceship, and you see us landing, and we walk out. We come towards you, and we shake our hands with you, and we say, welcome brother, welcome sister. Are we in unity together? And this is for you to answer. Then we sit together, we up on top of the hill and you a little bit below. And we begin to give you these teachings of higher evolution. You begin to listen and you hear the sound of the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians carry a frequency which the family of light is responding to at this time. It's a very high frequency of love. We are calling you and you're very attracted to star beings because we carry the frequency of great love for you. This is one of our gifts. Then upon the hill, when we sit up on top of the hill and you're listening, we begin to tell you of your creation story, why you came here, how you survived, and what is coming in the future. And then we say to you this, friends. Friends, are you family of light? Hands up, all those who are family of light. Hands up, all those who desire to have higher transmissions within you, to awaken you to higher brain waves. Understanding the brain is very important. Within your brain there are very many compartments which are very much asleep. The parts in your brain which heal every part of your being, including the DNA. Do you desire to understand these different parts? Your physical body is incredibly beautiful. Your physical body is incredibly beautifully made. And so when we open you to higher brain wave activities, you begin to heal on higher waves of love. You respond to love. This is again why peace is so important to your heart. You are beings who were created with the highest of love frequencies by star beings who dwell in only love. These beings are so incredibly perfect and loving, and they created you. However, at the time of your creation, you were not like you are today. You were incredibly light. And there were many different ways you came here. But when the darkness came, you began to forget the light beings you were, and the star beings you were, and the light you held. And you began to become denser and denser and denser until the human like today. Our star transmissions help you to remember your beautiful selves. And so when a person dances in the light, their light bodies begin to awaken to love, remembering you were created from pure universal love. Love holds higher frequencies that you need at this time to help you to heal from pain, remembering that peace is so important in your heart. So when we place these frequencies within you, you begin to remember your true self. And you begin to remember that you are living in an illusion, and that together you can bring a greater time into place. So what do star transmissions do for mankind? Well, they are going to help you to heal your fragmented selves and help you to remember that you need to stand collectively together to bring in love and in peace. And there will be a time when you are so drawn to each other because you're feeling the star frequencies from each other that you will just want to work so much with light. Again, I ask you this question. Are you family of light? Do you wish to experience these love frequencies? Do you want to experience this intense love that we are going to transmit to you? Do you desire to feel the light and to understand how beautiful you are? Do you desire to open up your higher brain waves and your heart so that you can understand how to open your higher powers of love? Again, we as Pleiadians ask you, are you family of light? Many members of the family of light upon your plane have heard from Pleiadian beings already through many channels. And those who have resonate with these callings that we call out. There is a longing within you. There is a longing to understand the stars greater, to understand the love from star beings greater. There is a longing within you to help you to understand these higher frequencies. That longing is created within your frequencies so that you begin to yearn for more. When enough people upon your plane yearn for more, higher frequencies can come upon your plane. Do you see the perfection? Light can never ever run ahead of the people. Light must be perfectly structured. These plans are in place. This is what we do, partly what we do at the Great Federation. We plan when different frequencies come to your plane. We work along with divine will, but it is our privilege to open you up to these higher frequencies. Archangels also have their frequencies, and we know when the time is right. So we have star frequencies and there are angel frequencies. If you can receive both of these, your awakening is grand. For you as a family of light need both frequencies to open up to your higher brain waves, to your higher abilities, to the peace within your being. When you only have star frequencies, you awaken. When you only have angel frequencies, you awaken. When you have both of them together, you awaken greatly and you become a greatly balanced and strong person. This is why it is so important to work with both. Not only with one, but with both. Hence, the great universe, higher than the Great Federation, have placed a greater plan into action to bring angel, archangel frequencies, which are coming very shortly to the earth, alongside with star frequencies, which we as Pleiadians and other star beings are able to channel down to your race. But we can never do this without your asking and without your yearning. What you must understand, please, family of light, is that the great plans are already in existence. There are already frequencies that are held in a higher space. All these frequencies are already there. We have created all the information in the higher realms to pass to you all the solutions for you to exist in peace and in love. Please understand this. We've been working incredibly hard to place all this information already there. Imagine that you are surrounded by a large grid, a large database, and all the archangels and the great divine, yes, has been placing frequencies into this database. All the star frequencies are already in place, but we are waiting. We are waiting. And we, as Pleiadians, are patient. However, the divine realms are much more patient than Pleiadians. Please understand this. Again, I will say, I'm not an archangel. I'm Halisarius, Pleiadian chief leader, Pleiadian chief commander. I have a personality. I'm an evolving being. Yes, we are more evolved than mankind. We've also suffered pain in the past. And we learned the power of walking together collectively. Hence, we've walked the path before you. We are great tutors. We can guide you to this because we understand how important it is to work with you collectively and for you to learn to work collectively together to bring love and peace upon your plane. So please understand this. I am a patient person, Pleiadian. However, I too have the tendency to want to run ahead of everything. There are times when even in the Great Federation, the beings say, Halisarius, it's not the time yet. So please understand this. Archangels, the Great Divine, for them, time is nothing. For us as Pleiadians, our time frame is a lot different to your time frame. But we are still evolving. We are still evolving. So we desire to push this time along too, as well as you do. But the time is not yet. We need to wait for mankind to want this. When enough of you desire it, this is when all the information comes down. But when not enough desire it yet, it's still in its holding place, slowly letting go, to allow you to feel little bites of light, to allow you to feel little angles where you could work with more, to help you in your everyday life. So this is what's happening. Imagine for a moment, just imagine. Imagine if many more of you could learn to connect with a star being and truly become a friend to a star being of love. This is what we desire for you. This is why we are channeling these beautiful teachings. We are very generous beings. On our Pleiadian realms, there are many, 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 many Pleiadians. And each one of us who work in the light desire to work with a human. And it's our dream as Pleiadians to help so many people here upon this earth, to help you awaken to your truth. But first, it must always come from you. And this is again the peace in the heart. When you have peace in your heart, friends, this is when you're open to higher transmissions. So these are some of the magnificent blessings coming to your plane in the very near future. We as Pleiadians, we're ready. We as Pleiadians, we have our channels. Channels are very important to us, especially when they can channel through high frequencies of love, just like this one can. Just like this one can. Do you know Suzanna's from high realms of light? Yeah, Nikia. She didn't have to come here at this time, but she chose to. She works very much with Pleiadian frequencies, though she doesn't understand too much of it. She knows she does. She knows she's from the archangelic realms also, although her human mind cannot comprehend it. And she's always talking to her angels. Angels, you say that I'm from such high realms. How come I'm not perfect yet? And the angels are very perfect with her. They say, Suzanna, but you are here as a human. People need to relate to you as a human. Kiana, understand that. As a Pleiadian, she holds a magnificent understanding of light. But she sacrificed herself to come here. She sacrificed herself to come here to live a human experience. This time, she is living upon this earth. But in other lifetimes, she is living very much on other realms. And she plays with star frequencies very much to help mankind awaken. She always has done. Here. She's not the first one to come here, and she's not the only one. There are many, many people here upon this plane who are from the stars. But she works in very high frequencies, so she will be able to channel down very, very, very high information. So this is why I, as Halisarius, am using her at this time, because she's about to open the world to an incredibly high frequencies. But she doesn't know that yet. And I've never told her that. So if you tell her that after she comes out of trance, she will be most surprised. Kiano, we don't tell her everything. She just needs to sit down there and we download information, and that's all she does. Kiana. Now you know more about her than what she does about herself. We have a lot of humor, please friends. Understand that. We are serious, but we have a lot of humor. Our technology is very, very much advanced. Do you know what Suzanna asked me the other week? Because she listened to herself channeling. You see, when she's channeling a trance, she has no idea what's coming through or what will come through. And then she said, Halisarius, I heard you say that you were at the Great Federation and you have a piece of paper to make sure that your mind stays on track. But we as humans use pieces of paper. Pleiadians, I'm sure, don't use pieces of paper, she says. I'm sure you don't even have a pen, Halisarius. That's human stuff, she says. You know, so we've had to explain to her and help her to remember our higher ways. She's exactly right. We don't have paper like you do. We don't destroy trees, we don't destroy nature. However, we create paper with our minds. Now, our paper, your paper is completely different. You see, we create with our minds more than anything. Our paper is incredibly magnificent. We place our thoughts upon the paper, which is not like your paper. And then after we have noted down our thoughts and we've finished with it, we can clear it and we can begin again. So nothing is ever destroyed. We never destroy anything upon our Pleiadian realms. For everything is alive, this is what we believe, and everything is in unity with each other. We desire for all to be in unity, and we feel every part of our planet. And we praise every part of our planet. We feel our planets. We combine our planets. We sit with our beautiful beings upon our planes. We desire very much deeper communication. We feel everything that goes on. We feel when our water is out of balance. We feel when things are out of balance, and then we bring it back into balance. You see, this is how we create our beautiful planes together. Kia ora iku, you used to do the same. You used to do exactly the same. Your earth was magnificent at one stage because you felt every part of your life here upon your plane. And many creations upon your plane are actually from other beings. Yeah, did you know that? Did you know that before Earth came into existence for your creation, well, Earth was already there, but before mankind or other beings came, we came very much so, and we planted much upon your planet to help you remember the light and to make life grow. Kia ora iki. So much of your planet is from the stars. When you came here in your beautiful selves, together with many other star beings, we created life together. So we made it even more beautiful, and everything sung in harmony together. Everything sung in harmony. If you learned to close your ears, as in your physical ears, and listened with your heart, you would hear frequencies all around the earth. You would hear the ocean singing to you, and the sand singing to you, and the skies singing to you. Back in those days, we just listened to the frequencies on your plane, making sure that everything was in perfect balance. This is what we as Pleiadians do too on our planes. We make sure that everything is in balance. So everything is sacred to us. In the olden days of humanity, you used to do the same. Everything was sacred to your being and your existence, friends. You used to sing to the moon, some still do. You used to sing to the sun, some still do. You used to make sacrifices of beautiful things, not of living things, to the stars. You used to do those things to remember the stars, to remember your truth, to remember where you were from, and to remember your way home. It's time mankind awoke. You are awakening. And like I said at the beginning, you are in that special time where you are going to remember to do things. Many people upon your plane already have these strong tendencies to do these ways once again. And many people are already gathering in groups together, celebrating the moon, celebrating the earth, and some groups have never stopped doing it. The yearning within you will become stronger. This is because you are remembering, friends. You are remembering the ways of the old. And we as Pleiadians, we celebrate that. We celebrate your awakening every day. We hold great visions of your magnificent harmony and your peace and your love. And we hold these visions in place that are so strong. And for us as Pleiadians, we feel a yearning within us that is so strong and is burning to help mankind to awaken to greater love. Again, friends, that goes back to the heart. Within your heart, you carry many frequencies of love. And with all the star transmissions and the angel transmissions, your heart awakens you. And when your heart awakens, you begin to feel more peace and more love in your life. And so we encourage you to call in Pleiadians of love. We encourage you to call in angels. We encourage you to work with light and to become true light carriers every day. And to feel the light yearning to move forward within you. When you carry light, our dear friends, Light moves you. Light awakens a part of you that is so beautiful, and it is so soft, and it is so strong, and you yearn to know it more. The light within you, when it awakens, it has a personality. And that personality is not like a friend personality, as if you can have a cup of coffee with that friend, but it's a friend to you to make you feel warm and comforted. It's a peace friend. This peace friend guides you to greater ways of love. And it will say to you, for instance, bring in more light. I desire more light. Bring up your frequency of love. Bring up your language. Don't watch those programs. Walk away from the news. Be in the heart more. Feel the heart. And these yearnings will become stronger and stronger for you. However, you have the logical mind. And the logical mind will say to you, I do not always want to listen to that voice. I want to see how people are suffering. I want to join in to the news. We say to you, learn to walk away from that voice. For that voice is trying to pull you more into the fear and the anger. Whereas the voice within your heart that is awakening desires you to become free from all the pain upon your plane. Remember what I talked about a little while ago. The star transmissions coming to your plane are going to become incredibly powerful. And what they will do is they will give you a yearning to come together collectively with others who carry these star frequencies to work together towards peace and love. And imagine finding these friends all around the globe. Imagine the masses that will come in as they are calling each other to remember the light and the stars. So the ones who are awakened now have the grand privilege to help masses of others awaken. How does this happen? How does this happen? Remembering that everything is held within that grid. And when enough of you yearn for the light, there are programs coming down to help those awaken to more light. Within them are very ancient programs to help you remember your truth and your heritage, which you are remembering in your memories, within your minds, in your brain, because your databases are opening, because your DNA is healing. Everything is connected, friends. Everything is connected. If you're asking a Pleiadian, how do I know my DNA is healing? Then we say to you, is your memory coming back? Do you have your yearning coming back? Are you tapping into higher gifts? Yeah, and when you say, yes, it is, then we say, well, your DNA is healing also. So let that be a test to you to see if you are opening up those frequencies within your DNA patterns, which will make you stronger, by the way, for your health. Again, everything is related. When enough of you are yearning for the light, these higher programs are opening. Remember that higher cosmic powers are holding everything into place, and nothing can ever run ahead of the light program. So there's a massive light program into play. And you are in an incredibly important time. Many star beings of light are watching you at this time to see if enough of you will awaken to the light for these programs to come down. We have all the faith in you. We know you will do it. When you gain these higher programs within you, you awaken to higher star frequencies within you. You also awaken to higher angel frequencies, so your yearning of light becomes greater. What happens in your magnificent electromagnetic force fields is that they become stronger. And so they begin to cry out higher frequencies of sounds. Imagine you have a radio. Now this radio is you. You can work on the lower channels. So if you work on the lower channels, you get a lower sound. It's a very soft sound. And not many people can hear it. And maybe it's not so good. Maybe it just has a news channel of all the things that are happening upon your plane. So you attract all those people who want to tune in to those channels. But when you awaken to higher programs, these higher transmissions, your radio frequencies begin to awaken to higher tunes. So all of a sudden it becomes louder. And all of a sudden it begins to sing beautiful classical music that awakens the ears. So whoever comes into connection with this and who desires to hear your higher frequencies more, they are attracted to it and it awakens them. So their radio frequencies also begin to become higher. This is how we see your magnificent bodies of light. We ask you, which frequency are you working on at this moment? For when you are family of light, these incredible questions must be asked. For when you desire to work with light more, then you will say within your heart, it is in the light that I choose to work. It is in the awakening processes I choose to work. Give me the strength and give me the knowledge and the power to work with these higher frequencies. When you desire it, it's already happening. Why? Because immediately you're learning to tune upwards instead of in the lower frequencies. You're already beginning to change. The greater the changes upon your planet, the more the frequencies in those higher grids can awaken and be brought down. So this is why it's so important to address your family of light at this time. Which side are you on? Are you in the family of darkness or are you in the family of light? Straight away when I ask that question, you will know which side you are on and which side you desire to be on. The greater your resolution is within your mind, the more you will desire to be in the light. Why? Because we're transmitting that ray to you at this moment. So as you're hearing these words, we're also giving you a beautiful transmission from the stars to help you awaken to your desire, which side it is on that you are. We bless you so very, very much for being here. I will pass this beautiful lesson on this evening on to Ammorah. She's a Pleiadian High Priestess. But it has been incredibly beautiful for you to be here with us at this time. It has been incredibly awakening for you to listen to someone who lives in the star frequencies and who desires very much to be a friend to you. Remembering what we talked about before, what we desire more than anything is for you to be a friend to a Pleiadian. Do you desire this? Kia ora. Then open your mind and open your heart and say to the light, light, be my friend. I desire to walk with a star friend who can awaken me to higher light. For I realize that they have the torch that I need to show me the light. And I will say, Akomoha Halima. What a wonderful time it has been to share with you at this grand time of the great sun consciousness of the great awakening of light upon your plane. Akomoha Halima, greetings, I am Halisarius, Pleiadian Chief Leader, Pleiadian Chief Commander, and a member of the Great Federation of Light Society. Greetings. Akomoha Halima, greetings, I'm Ammorah, Pleiadian High Priestess on the Pleiadian High Council. What a wonderful day it is for us as Pleiadians also to address you in this magnificent light. From our people to your people, we say greetings. Let us be at peace with one another, and let us stand unified together to help create beauty and wonder upon your plane, so that masses and masses of people can see the light, and masses of people will understand the light, and will begin to sing in the light. For when the light sings in the hearts, greatness comes in the hearts. And when the light sings upon your plane receives all the blessings from the great light. For a long, long time we have been looking forward to this time of unification of the star beings and of you. We also carry a sacred heart, and when your heart awakens, you carry a sacred heart. So when the sacred hearts become unified, the sacred hearts can join together and sing praises to each other. You've heard much from Halisarius at this time. Let those lessons be part of you now. And please understand that you have received many gifts from us for being here, especially for the ones who have witnessed this very evening. We have given you incredible blessings. So for the group who is present with us live, they have received incredible healings of love. Blessings are with you. Peace be in your heart. Strength be in your heart. Allow the light to play in your heart. We as Pleiadians, we say to all people upon your plane who desire to work with us, who desire to understand light, we say, what a grand time it is for this time of the great awakening consciousness. Long time ago it was prophesied that the time of the light would return upon your plane. And we as Pleiadians, we were eagerly looking forward to it. But at that stage, we had no idea exactly how it was going to happen and how we would be involved as Pleiadian beings. And the time factor, like Halisarius said, the angels, the great divine, for them there is no time. For us as Pleiadians, however, there is time. We work in a different time zone than you, but there is time with us. We grow a lot older than you. Our brain is much more advanced than you. We are not human. You call us humanoid. We do not carry the blood that you carry. We do not eat the same food like you do. Everything to us is absolutely magnificent. We live in higher dimensions than your physical reality. We have many gifts. One of them is incredibly good telepathy. So when we communicate with other Pleiadians, we are always in telepathic communication with them. And hence, to discover love within our race was incredibly important, for this was the whole key to our higher gifts. There is so much at play at this moment in the higher realms. There is so much at play upon your plane that you could not even possibly begin to imagine. Much more than you realize at this state. This information will be revealed in the future. For at this time, if we revealed everything to you, friends, you would not be able to comprehend it. We have already given you so much. I encourage you to read my latest book of Learning to Dance in Cosmic Frequencies of Love, because this teaches you to learn to dance in higher frequencies, and so much new information came to your plane through this book. It's not only the words, it's also the codes within the book, and it's also the frequencies that are brand new to your plane. Because this time is very important. Why is it important? Because you are at a time when you are the decision makers. You are the ones who make the decisions. There is still time. There is still time, friends. And this is why we're bringing out teachings. The time of learning to work with light is here. Many people upon your plane are crying out, what can we do about the pain upon this plane? It seems to get worse as time goes on. And yes, there have been many tragedies in the past, but because everything is affecting each other now, news travels so fast, and it's not only for countries across the world, it's right here in your neighborhood. The fear is great. Everyone on your plane is affected in more ways than ever before in your entire history. For you, it's important to understand this time. You see, the light has a way out. It always has been. It always was the plan. There are beings that are not so good for planet Earth and for the people, but we do not worry too much about them. You see, we as Pleiadians of Light, we know that you're going to win. It already has been done. Energetically, your plane has been cleansed. However, we need to keep you notified on the other side, as it were, as the family of darkness is creeping in more and more. Because if you do not realize what's going on, then how can you be helped? You need to understand that. But they're very weak, and they are growing weaker by the day. So we do not take too much attention. We don't pay too much attention to them. In our daily meditations as Pleiadians, we only pay attention to the ones who desire and who decide that they are family of light. We desire that more than anything, to help you to understand our higher ways, for we have the answer. Long time ago, we had battles upon our plane. Yeah, no, might surprise you. You might think that star beings are so far from all the trouble upon your plane, and you might not even realize the extent of pain happened over many long time. Well before the earth came into existence, there were many battles, and it was always about power. You see what happens on your plane? It's not new, it's very old. It's always been the same. It's always been those who work in the light and those who work in the dark. However, your plane here is incredibly important because this is where the most important question of all of existence is going to take place. Do you know what that is? It is this. Are you going to walk the ways of light, even though your planet is in the dark, was in the dark? It's coming into the light now. But will you find it in your hearts? Will you begin to remember the ways of light? The light has made the way for you. The light has given a torch to those who desire to work in the light. The light is giving you healings, and we're going to give you many healings in the very near future to help to awaken you. This is what this time is all about, to help to make you aware of the greater game. And then we move to the next stage, where we allow you to feel our great love and the love of the great light. And many of the light workers will yearn for this so much. They will say, please help us understand more, for we feel it within our being. Because light is strong. Light awakens you. Light unifies you. Light is magnificent. But when we had those battles in the higher heavens, we learned so many strategies. We learned so much about how the dark works. We've learned about the fear tactics and the anger, and we've learned their greatest weakness. Do you know what their greatest weakness is? It's love. Love is their weakness. They cannot stand love. So how did we win? Well, first of all, we were not on the Pleiades at the start. We were actually taken out of our home, which was in a very far universe away. This was a long time ago. And we decided to shift to a new star system. And it also made sense because we were much closer to many other star brothers and star sisters. So in the divine scheme of things, it made perfect sense to us. But at that time, we were unaware of the greater scheme. You see, we're not spirit beings. We can't see that far ahead in the future. We are evolved. We became much more evolved because of those battles. We've seen so much. Not as much as what you've seen on your plane, however. We cottoned on, as you would say. Isn't that a nice phrase? Cottoned on. Cotton is very close to each other. Cotton, it's something you pull apart. I like that phrase, cottoned on. Let's pull it apart. You haven't understood yet the power. We understood the power only when we began to see what love does. We began to investigate it. We didn't like what was going on in the higher realms. Please imagine this. So easy for you to imagine it because you've seen science fiction movies. Many of those movies are based upon ancient memories that you hold that might interest you. There were many battles that took place. We didn't like what was happening. It pained us. We are light beings. We play in the light. We feel the love. But we knew that when that happened, we weren't strong enough as a race. Why? Because we understand the mirror of realities. So we had to come together and truly learn to work together. Now at that stage, remembering this was a long, long time ago, we thought we were working in the light very strongly. What we discovered, however, was that we were working in the light, but it wasn't powerful enough to affect us as beings. So when we desired very much to work in the light, this is when we discovered the power of portals. This is when we discovered the power of angels and coming together with other star beings to stand unified. So we became a great society of star beings. And we began to open our higher gifts together so we could work with the other star beings telepathically and opening our portals together. And then we created groups. We desired very much to stand together in the light. So we worked very hard at unifying not only our race, but other races together for one purpose. And that was to get rid of all these dark beings that were creating chaos upon our planets. And it worked. You see, it worked. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not creating chaos on other planets, you see. But they haven't evolved to the highest stage that we have evolved. Because there are many, 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 many star beings out there. You're not on your own. And we are not the only other ones. We are here to guide you to higher star beings, higher star gates, higher creation. Can you imagine what's ahead? So can you see how hard we had to work? So we worked hard together. So we began to open up telepathic communications, as in telepathic portals, together with other star beings. And we placed within this magnificent portal that we created together, you can imagine the power behind it, one thought. And that thought was pure love. Now, love is not only a word. Love is not about loving each other as in a relationship. That's another love. This love is so intense. This is a love from the angels, love from creation, love from source. This love is so powerful. It's more explosive than your atomic or nuclear bomb. It's that explosive, and yet it will never hurt anyone. Can you imagine that? This is the power that we called in. And this is why they don't like us. Fine with us, we say. We stand on one side, they stand on the other. So as you can imagine, they don't like us speaking to you about this, because now you are learning about the power of love. This is the force of love you are learning to work with. Remember this, please, friends. You're not on your own. You see, we've done it before. There are many star beings who've done it. We did it together. Do you truly think it is difficult again to do this? No, for we've walked this path. We've evolved well beyond that time. And beyond that time, we became even closer. We unified even closer together with many other universes. And to us, it's so magnificent. So if you can imagine the power that we have together to help mankind awaken to the light, to help you to bring peace and love upon your plane, please begin to believe it. For if we had not have discovered it, friends, we would not exist. today. It would have been a terrible loss. But we were strong. The greatest fear tactics they have is to create terror upon mankind. These are the ways of the dark. They're confusing, they bring terror, they bring fear, confusion, very, very much confusion. Confusion is in different degrees. There's confusion and there's confusion. And confusion can become so bad for a person that they absolutely lose their way. Light heals. Light always brings clarity, logic, and reasoning. Light helps you remember your strength. It brings love inside of your heart. It helps you to work with incredible power. This power you remember because it is within you. And we are helping you remember. We're very excited. This is why we're so excited. Can you imagine our excitement? Can you imagine how excited we are to share with you these teachings that we long ago discovered together? May you remember how important you are. Energetically, your plane has already been cleansed. Understand this. The only thing that these beings can do is to create more fear upon your plane. As soon as you turn away from the fear together, and as soon as you step into light together, the fear can no longer hold you back. For then you awaken to everything that's going on. Imagine for a moment. I understand that Halisarius used this word many times, imagine. But we like to place it within your mind because imagination helps you to remember. Imagination is a tool. Understanding that when you imagine, it's already coming into place. It's not only imagination, it's helping you to understand, remember, believe, know within yourself. Imagine that tomorrow we gave you many transmissions that Halisarius spoke of. Many of you, all of a sudden, began to understand the play, not only in your mind, but in your heart. And imagine that many of you stood together and said, we've had enough. Now we're going to create a portal of love together. And we're going to stand together as one. And we're going to call in all the forces of the universe. Because, friends, it's already there. It's just waiting for you to awaken to. And then we're going to bring in this force together. And this fear and pain is gone. Now imagine for a moment. You see the starships coming down to pick up the family of dark. And they all leave together, never to be seen again on your plane. Begin to understand this. Begin to understand the power you have within you. We had to do it. You can do it too. You awaken to your powers together. Collectively, the others have got no hold over anything. Imagine. The ones with the plans for destruction suddenly become very confused, Because light brings confusion into the minds of the ones who play with dark games. And they don't even remember what to do. And they feel too weak. And they say, I can't do it anymore. Can you imagine it? Now place that thought within your mind and begin to understand how powerful light is. You might say, Ammorah, really? Haven't seen it here yet. This is where we say, please begin to understand what's happened on other planets. You're not the first plane to carry pain. Yes, you carry extreme pain upon your plane, because here is where all the greatest tests are taking place. Because after they have gone here, they have to surrender completely. They have to draw back to their planets. And they're not allowed by the higher, greater universe to create chaos anymore. So what do you think they'll do? What do you think they'll do upon your plane now? What are they doing? They're trying everything in their power to win back their territory. They can't. They can't. Why? Because you called in the light first. And we created the light here upon your plane with many, many, many beings of love. So everything is an illusion. So when you see pain happening, step out of your fear and say, that is not truly happening. That is what the family of darkness wants me to believe. But in truth, all we need to do is to awaken to these star energies, these star transmissions, and to these transmissions of the angels, and then we awaken together, collectively, and we'll get rid of all that. Because that's not light. Yeah, remember, light is always stronger than darkness. But dark is tricky. Dark will help you to understand that they are stronger. That they carry all the power. Again, the power battles, do you see that? It's always been the same, friends. In all of entire history, it's always been about power. The light is not about power. Light is about unification and structure together. It's about respect. It's about love. Doesn't matter which dimension you go into of the higher love beings. There is not one that will have a power battle. Not one. You may find this difficult to understand. Yes, there are very, very high beings. Divine Master, Lord Emmanuel the Great is from such a high dimension that you cannot comprehend. And you're going to see his power, because his power will be with you to create peace and love, which is what you need at this time. So you need to ask, Divine Master, Lord Emmanuel, please bring your light, because we need it as mankind. We're always asking him, please bring in greater light for mankind and for our planes. We have awoken to that. But he is an incredibly beautiful being, incredibly passionate and incredibly loving, kind, generous being. So generous, so compassionate, that you cannot even begin to understand the compassion, the love of beings so high. This is the light. There is no power battle in the light. Dark is always power battles. Who's bigger than this one? Who's greater than that one? Let's fight this one to get this territory. It's always been the same, friends. History always repeats itself. But in history, there were many star beings of light who came together and got rid of the darkness. history is going to repeat itself again, and that also. So understand that. History always shows up again. Yeah, and again, and oh. So our message is this. Dear brothers and sisters, dear family of light, we are an incredibly evolved race of beings. We work together with divine light and with incredibly high frequencies of love. We work together with many other universes in the light. We understand the great divine plan. We understand the transmissions that are coming to your plane at this time. We travel in time. We've traveled into the future to see how the transmissions are going to awaken you. We as Pleiadians, we're very happy with what is going to happen. We have a great say in the great divine plan. We speak for mankind at the Great Federation of Light and higher federations still. When we are not happy with something, we are very forthcoming with our words so that the great light can bring it into alignment. So we are your guardians also. We are guardians of your planet Earth. We make sure that your Earth is not destroyed. There are many times when we as Pleiadians, and we're also aware that angels have also stepped in, when Earth was about to be completely destroyed, because this is what the family of dark wants so bad. So we are constantly watching, constantly guarding. We cleanse the universe around you because you emit very many frequencies that are not right for the universe, such as radiation and all kinds of chemicals. So we're constantly cleaning it. We're constantly making sure that your planet cannot affect others out there. Why? Because that is a very sacred place for us. This time, many star beings are watching you to see how you play in the light. Already, there are many plans in place to bring to you the perfect solutions for your plane. All the answers are right there, but it cannot be given yet until mankind is ready to play in the light more. When many of you awaken to light, you will find the strength and the power within you to stand collectively and bring peace upon your plane. This does not mean that your whole population needs to play in the light. It means that many of you need to play in the light together. But when you learn to play in the light, we truly mean playing in the light and changing your thoughts, changing your ways, and finding peace. For light carriers work in light. We as Pleiadians in light, we are light carriers and we play in light. To us, light is more beautiful than anything that we know of because it brings us harmony, peace and love. And when you recognize this as many upon your plane, this is when change will happen. Will you ask for this to happen, please? Will you open your hearts and ask for these higher transmissions to come to your plane to open up many people to become light carriers, please. We as Pleiadians ask this because it's you who need to open to this. We can help you, we can guide you, but we cannot make decisions for you. This is against cosmic law, but we cannot step into your evolution program. At any time, we cannot step in your evolution program. We can when you begin to reach out to us. When you reach out, we can come to you. When you ask for the light, we can bring light to you. But we can never bring it into place when you don't want it. When you feel your earth and mankind is in that state and you don't desire the light. The darkness has dimmed many hearts. It has stopped the people from remembering the light. But you as light workers are here to carry the light and help others to remember their light. Work hard in the light, for this will be a great blessing to you and to all of mankind. I wish to bring to you a star transmission of light and to help you to feel more love in your lives, to help you to become closer to the Pleiadians of light and to the star beings who work in the light along with us and along with you, to help to remember your heritage and help you to remember the beauty of who you are as a human and as a being, to help you to understand the magnificence of your being right here at this time, to help you to be in your heart and help you have peace in your heart, and to help you yearn for light and for greater light to come. These are the frequencies that we are giving to you at this time. I will say a prayer to the light for a moment. And then all you need to do, friends, is to breathe it in. But before we do that, I'd like to take you to a place. And this is a very special place. It's a place that we as Pleiadians like to play in. And we play in many places. And we like to bring this to you in your inner eye to help you understand how magnificent star beings are. We do not only exist in spaceships, but we have planets. And our planets are our home. And we love our planets, and we are one with our planets. You are welcome to join us on the Pleiadian realms of light. Within your inner eye, we are placing a frequency, and you're going to translate it in your mind as to what this frequency is. We ask you to play with it and to see yourself joining us as Pleiadians of light. We are welcoming you as people. Imagine standing in a field and there are temples around you. Each of these temples have a very special plan in place. Each of these temples are to unify the universes together, and one of them is to unify mankind together. We as Pleiadians are taller than you, and we are magnificent beings, and we are shaking your hand. Can you do this? Can you go up to us and shake our hand and say, how wonderful it is to meet a Pleiadian of light. Please touch my heart. As you say this, a magnificent warmth comes inside of your heart. We shine our light to you, and we help you remind you of your beauty and the light that you carry within your heart. There is a quiet within your heart, and this quiet is united with all the stars and all the universes. For within your heart, you are connected to all the stars, and you feel this. You feel the connection, and you feel the love coming inside of your heart, and the beauty that is in your heart. And now, friends, we lead you to the temple. This temple is grand. It's an ancient temple. It's a large temple. This is where we hold many meetings as Pleiadians. And we hold our visions of love for mankind, to help you to see the light, to feel the light. This is the temple where I come to when I bring the information through to Suzanna, and I sit in connection with her, and she brings it to you in the form of a book, or in the form of giving my words to mankind as I'm doing now. When I'm doing this work, I sit very quietly. She is very quiet, and we become one. This is as close to a person that I can come into connection with at this time. We are here in this temple. What does the temple feel like to you? Is it spacious, grand, magnificent? Is it ancient? And how ancient is it to you? Does it remind you of the ancient temples upon your plane? And what energies do you feel in the temple? Are they strong, loving, kind, generous, unifying? Please investigate. Do you investigate? You are opening yourself up to the star energies of light. So you feel peaceful, you are opening. It's magnificent, is it not? Now you are sitting in a circle with each other. And I, as Ammorah, am going to sit in the middle of the circle. And I'm going to hold out my hands, my arms, and I'm going to bring a prayer to you. And as you hear this prayer, breathe it in and breathe it out. Breathe in deeply and breathe it out. Great light in the highest of heavens, we come here before you as Pleiadians of light and our family of light, mankind. We've called the ones who desire the light and higher love to come into their hearts. Right now we're asking for a great transmission from all the star beings of love who wish to bring themselves closer to mankind. These people who desire love so much. We as star beings open our love to our ones, our members of light from earth. May the light bless these people, and may the light become more love within their hearts, to bring more truth and wisdom to them, and to help them remember the beautiful beings they truly are. Bring a transmission to their hearts now, dear light, so that they feel unified together and no longer separated, so that they may trust in the light and understand there is great growth coming. May the yearning become great in their hearts. Ukino ushioni he, ila kino gamahina e, yana he kene e, o ikano yashino ikino ikina e. May the light forever be in your heart. For when the light dwelleth in your heart, then your heart begins to remember the light. When your heart remembers the light, you become unified together with each other, and you stand together, calling in greater light. Amen. Breathing it in and breathing it out. Around you are Pleiadian healers, and they're going to bring a higher transmission to you still. And this transmission is to help you befriend a Pleiadian closer if you desire this to happen. If you desire this, please right now ask for it. Open your heart to it. If you do not desire it, then please also say that you are not ready yet. And breathe it in and breathe it out. And allow yourselves to feel the love from the star beings of love, the star people of light. All working together in unison to help you remember your light and where you are from. May this day upon your earth be blessed by the light. May the awakening of the people become so great that many, many, many people turn to the light and come together singing the praises of the light. And slowly now they're releasing. Slowly they're releasing. And I, as Ammorah, am going to stand now. And I'm going to come out of the circle. And we're asking you to breathe it in and to breathe it out. And we thank you for being in our temple. Remember the temple. This is the very temple that we use to transmit messages to planet Earth. This temple is a gateway to Earth and to all beings upon Earth who desire light. Please remember this. You're welcome at any time. We ask you to stand up in this temple and to see yourself slowly leaving. And we say greeting to you, Ammorah Halima, as each one of you is leaving the temple. For this unifies the hearts together, and it unifies the sacred hearts between the hearts of the humans and the hearts of the star beings. And as we unify together, you remember us much more. It's a greeting of great love, of great bonding, of great peace. And so as you leave, please also say, Ammorah Halima, to the Pleiadians. As we love hearing you say that, because when you say that, you're opening up to the star beings much more. Ammorah Halima. Practice it to each other. Practice it, for you will be blessed. And slowly allow yourself to leave the temple to see the fields. And then say goodbye to these realms of light. And then bring your welcome to investigate. We always welcome family members of light. And then slowly come back to your realm by feeling within your feet and how precious they are, for they connect you to planet Earth, and this is your planet. And you're going to become closer to your planets now. And you're going to learn as a people to listen to your planet more. Give her much love. Greet her, Ammorah Halima, for she also knows the significance of this greeting. And when you say it, she receives it well. And slowly allow yourself to come back and to open your eyes and greet each other telepathically, Ammorah Halima. For you all received the same transmission of divine love together. We called upon the highest light beings, including the great star beings of light, to bring you the love transmissions to your heart. How happy we are. How happy you are for feeling it. We invited you to our temple. Did you see it? Did you understand the significance of this particular temple? Did you understand it is a gateway to our communication with mankind? Many temples. Each temple is a gateway to another star race. Can you understand our abilities to do this? Can you understand how important it is to do this? To do this work? Yeah, in a corner, it's holy work we do. All in alignment with divine will. We also gave you a transmission, if you desired this, to grow closer to a Pleiadian friend, to open yourself to it, so that Pleiadian friend, Pleiadian healer, can give you the transmissions of light to help you to understand greatness within you and to heal you These transmissions will give you a yearning for greater light. Will help you to become more connected with life. Will help you to become more connected with star beings and help you to understand that you are far from the only species in existence. But there are many of us, many of us, and we desire all one thing, the ones that are working in the light, is to bring light to your plane, is to step upon your plane in peace and to say, brother, sister, let us be in peace. Ammorah halima. Ammorah halima is a universal language for star beings of love. But when we say Ammorah halima to other star beings, they also say Ammorah halima, even though it is Pleiadian. Will you learn to greet each other with Ammorah halima? Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody began to greet each other with a Pleiadian frequency filled with star frequencies and light of love? Imagine what it would do to your hearts whenever you say these words. Imagine what the earth would do if many people said Ammorah halima to the earth, for she remembers it very well. She's asleep, but awakening. She awakens, you awaken more. It all works together. And we are here not only to help you awaken, but also to help balance the earth. For remembering, we are guardians of the earth. To us, the earth is holy, as you are holy to us also. Yeah, cool. Whoever works in light is holy to us. Remember this and greet each other with a great respect. We have greatly enjoyed our meeting together with you. We have greatly enjoyed sharing our love and our teachings with you. You have gotten to know us more as Pleiadian beings. We hope, we deeply hope, that you consider us more your friends now. As you're understanding that we have great personalities, we can laugh, we can sing, we can cry with joy, but we do not cry with pain anymore. For we have put our pain behind us. This does not mean that we can't feel pain, but we've evolved beyond pain. We cry with joy. When we see people awaken upon your plane, we cry with joy because we know our work is working. That to us is important. So we look forward to bringing you more teachings in the very near future. We look forward to working with a great light to help mankind awaken to higher truth and higher frequencies, and to help you remember your strength within you. Remember, the darkness is weak. They do not truly have a hold over mankind, although they'd like to believe they have. They'd like to believe, make you believe they have, with their fear and their anger. When you step into the understanding that this is truth, that's when change will happen. May these words be in your heart, and may you feel these truths within your heart. May you decide which family you are in, so that we can bless you and truly help you remember the light within you. And may the blessings be with you, and may your lives become more beautiful than ever before. May your heart become like a shining jewel of love, and may it sparkle to all others who are attracted to your sparkling heart. And may your words be of love. May you always praise others and never hold back from your praise. For when you hold back from your praise, dear ones, you're holding back from yourselves. On the Pleiadian rounds, we consider each other as one. When we see the gifts in another, we praise that other, for we know that those gifts will become stronger in us, because everything is about mirrors. Always praise another. When you're grateful, praise the one who gave you this incredible gratefulness. But when you do this, your heart opens more. When you don't do this, you can't receive more. Learn from us as an evolved being. Learn from us as an evolved race, and you will go well. And we say from our Pleiadian race to your race as mankind, Akomoha Halima, greetings, I am Ammorah, Pleiadian High Priestess on the Pleiadian High Council. Greetings.
Greetings.